All thunderstorms need moisture instability and lift to survive. What makes storms severe is an ingredient called wind shear. Wind shear is the change in wind speed and direction as you go up into the atmosphere. As you might surmise from that definition, wind shear can be broken up into two different parts. Speed shear, which is the change in wind speed as you go up in the atmosphere. So if you have winds that are, say, at 10 miles per hour at the surface, but in the upper levels of the atmosphere they're 100 miles per hour, that is strong speed shear. And directional shear, which is the change in wind direction as you go up in the atmosphere. Let's say we have winds that are out of the southeast at the surface, but our winds in the upper levels of the atmosphere are out of the west. That is strong directional shear. Both of these are equally important in making storms severe.
We're giving away a 2027 Storm Chasing Tour seat for free. That's a $5,400 value. Join our Discord community to enter. Link in the description.
Speed shear helps to tilt the updraft. Every thunderstorm consists of an updraft, which is the warm, moist air that gets sucked into the thunderstorm, and a downdraft, which is the rain and precipitation and the air that accompanies that precipitation as it descends toward the ground. So if you are familiar with just general summertime thunderstorms, you probably see that the storm is pretty much straight up and down with no real tilt to the thunderstorm cloud, and the precipitation or the rain is falling directly underneath the base of the updraft. This is a typical summertime thunderstorm, and these don't last very long. That's because the rain-cooled air in the precipitation core is interfering with the warm, moist air that's being sucked up by the updraft. So that allows the storm to really not last all that long. These are more pulse-type thunderstorms. They pulse up real quick, and then they fall apart because of that coincidence between the rain-cooled air in the downdraft, which is that precipitation core, and the warm, moist air in the updraft. Speed shear helps to tilt the updraft so that the rain-cooled downdraft, that precipitation, is displaced from the actual updraft. That allows an uninhibited flow of warm, moist air to come into the updraft without that rain-cooled air cutting it off. So that's why speed shear is important in severe storm formation. It tilts the updraft, displaces the downdraft from the updraft, and allows the storm to live a lot longer. Directional shear is important because it allows the storm to rotate. And rotating thunderstorms can produce those severe hazards like large hail and tornadoes. Those are storms that are called supercells. Supercells have an updraft that rotates, and that is due to directional shear. So speed shear and directional shear, both are important. To have both in an environment is optimal.
Remember to check out those links in the description below, and then watch another video.